What's up, YouTube? I'm your host, Quillysantana. You watching the Brands of Sports. What's happening, Brains Cartel? Y'all know what time it is. Monday Night Football just ended. Shout out my boy Phillip. You know what I'm saying? He out here like 76 years old. Still going crazy. That pick six was brutal. I ain't gonna lie though. But I ain't gonna lie. I think I want to make a video or something about that on this on that game, because a lot of quarterbacks could learn from Phillip Rivers. That's what you call a true quarterback. Checking in and out of plays. You know what I'm saying? Changing routes. You get what I'm saying? Reading the defense. Like Phillip did put on a great outing, but it wasn't enough to beat San Fran. San Fran was red hot tonight. You know what I'm saying? They was unstoppable. So we get into our top 10 teams of the week. You know what I'm saying? I think this is after week 15, 16. After week 16. Brain array. You know what I'm saying? Let's get straight into it. We ain't gonna waste too much time. Let's get over. Let's get over into this brain array segment. Reveal me my top team, my 10th team, man. Reveal me my 10th team. The Houston Texans. Now listen, the Texans last week were like at 8. They didn't really fall because they did anything quite say like bad, to be honest. But I think the teams above them played better this week. I think they played better, and the Texans kind of did. I mean, didn't lose to the Raiders, so it's like, that offense still scared me. I ain't gonna lie, the defense is the best defense in the NFL, but the offense is still shaky, and I don't see like how they gonna go into the playoffs without this offense clicking on any type of level. Like, it's no real rhythm. So let's get to the number 9 team. Bam! San Fran. Bang bang Niner game. The team we just discussing literally like 2 minutes ago. Tonight they was red hot. I was tempted to move them up 1. I was tempted to move San Fran up 1. They finally getting healthy. You get what I'm saying? Brock was playing fantastic tonight. You know what I'm saying? He threw like 5 tutties. CMC been carrying that team on his back all year. George Kittle did get hurt. George did mess his ankle up, and they have a huge game Sunday night against the Bears in Santa Clara. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they were fantastic tonight. They was able to stop the run and everything. But I don't have them over my number 18. Reveal my number 18. Bam. Los Angeles Chargers. Now listen, I really was thinking about moving the Niners over the Chargers, but I couldn't, just because I feel like low key, which a lot of people don't want to admit, but low key, the Chargers probably have a higher ceiling than the Niners. You know, because some people is really down on the Chargers, some people are really down on the Niners. You get what I'm saying? But I think the Chargers kind of have a higher ceiling, and it's not because of Justin Herbert and Brock Purdy. I know people make some of this shit about quarterback discussions, but no. I think that the Chargers having a more healthier defense is going to prevail, you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs. I think it's going to help them way more in the playoffs. Even though they don't have, like, you know, they missing some guys on the offensive line like Rashawn and Joe, and you know what I'm saying. I don't think Mekhi is back, but I think them offensive linemen is like they played all year, bro. Like, at this point, that's the O-line. That's the starting O-line, and it's ways around. Like, I mean, I think that's gonna be their downfall in the playoffs. But I'm saying, as far as them getting compared head to head to the Niners, like, the Niners have a super young defense, and then they have like 2 big major injuries, like no Nick, no fucking Fred Warner. You get what I'm saying? Like, if they get matched up with, they can lose to Philly round 1, and I know Philly hot ass. You know what I'm saying? That offense too inconsistent, but like Philly in a home game could like knock the Niners off. Or you say, we're going to find out if the Niners, in about 2 weeks, we're going to find out what they look like again against Seattle. This version of Seattle team, they beat them week 1, but you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like the Chargers defense is better. I think it's more reliable. You can count on it more. You got Justin Herbert. You got the receivers. Omarion Hampton is back. So the offensive line is kind of the flaw. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can kind of wiggle your way around that. I just think they have a little bit of higher ceiling. Let's get to our number 17. Let's get to my number 7. Bam! The Jacksonville Jaguars. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. If you've been following along, you know Jacksonville was on the brain array top 10 early on in the season. I've been rocking with Jacksonville. Only thing was that they kind of went through a little rough patch. You know, I think they lost to Seattle. They lost another game. They went through a little rough patch, but they bounced back amazingly. Like I said all year, if you can run the ball and take the ball away, you got a chance to win plenty of playoff games. They get the running games going. I think they're second in the league in turnover differential. You know what I'm saying? And takeaways, right behind the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Lawrence. Listen, I know a lot of y'all kind of sleep, but you got to go listen, go do your research. The last 5 games, it's like this last month, Trevor Lawrence has been the best quarterback in football. Statistically, like, he's been the best quarterback in football. I know a lot of people sleep. And imagine, this is coming from a Patriots fan. Well, I think Drake May is the best quarterback in the league right now. But Trevor Lawrence has been fantastic these last 5 games. And he just walked him. He had 6 touchdowns, 3 throwing, 3 rushing, I think. Or some shit like that. 2 rushing, 4 passing against the Jets. Now, I mean, like, it's the Jets. But then he walks in a mile high, balls out. The Jags ball out. They beat Denver. They was on like an 11-game win streak. They won like 13 games at home. It was like they was unbeatable at home. You know what I'm saying? Like the combined quarterbacks was they had like a 13 to 16 touchdown to turnover ratio. They was all 0 of 12, only averaging like 16 points like the last 13 games they played at home. They was dominating teams. You get what I'm saying? And Jacksonville went in there and beat them, and Trevor Lawrence played fantastic. And I actually have a Jacksonville video, Broncos breakdown video with some film that we're going to watch on the All-22. It's finna come out, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to record that. But let's get to our number 16, though. Shout out Jacksonville. I'm very impressed. Bam! Chi-Town! Hey, it's Chicago! Yeah! My Lakeshore Drive, y'all know Chicago is my second favorite team. You get what I'm saying? Actually, I'm not impressed. I was not impressed with what I seen from Chicago versus Green Bay, especially with Jordan Love going out. Now, at the same time, when a starting quarterback goes out and the backup comes in, you basically just plan because you don't have no, like, you got some tape on them, but you don't game plan for him. You don't really, the tape that you like watched all the week and you know what I'm saying, the little tendencies you've been looking at on film or Jordan Love and all that. Once he goes out, all that type is just out the window. So like, you just playing. You know what I'm saying? And Malik was able to run. He can run way better than Jordan Love. So he was escaping the pocket. You know what I'm saying? They ran a few read options. He was hitting guys. And then they was getting the running game going. So by the Bears not being able to really slow the run game down, now they let them play action. He missed one to Christian Watson on the crosser. He threw to the tight end. It was still a good play, but he had a touchdown to Christian Watson. But then listen, I don't know what the Bears is doing. They doing some hoodoo. What magic they got on their side. But listen, the fourth quarter came around. They've been doing what they do all year. They literally have 6 wins and tied in, you know what I'm saying, fourth quarters. Like, they amazing in the fourth and overtime. They're actually the best fourth quarter offense in the entire NFL. They're the best fourth quarter offense in the entire NFL. Caleb literally performs his best in the fourth quarter. That's why they call him shorty Iceman, because, you know what I'm saying, he got ice in his veins. And he come through in the clutch. They get the onside kick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck Romeo Dobbs was doing right there. He had to be doing some type of illegal substance, because there's no way you on the hands team. What the fuck you out there for? And you get scared and drop the motherfucking ball, and now they go down and get a touchdown. That throw, the last 2 throws from Caleb, the one that my boy Jade Walker, and then that throw to DJ was just flat out dots. And I was more impressed with the Jade Walker throw because I have no clue why Ben let DeAndre Swift roll out left, go to the flat, when he could have picked up Rashawn Gary, because he almost made fucking Caleb have an errant throw, because he just came free off the edge, and then Caleb had to roll to his right, and luckily it was a busted coverage. You know what I'm saying? Where they both took, both Nixon and who the fuck was that on the inside? I can't think of who was in the inside right now, but Nixon on the outside and the guy on the inside, they both took the hitch. They both took the kids on like the little hitch and go. It was like a little run, hitch, and then go across the middle of the field. They both took him. Let's let Jade run the little corner on the back of the end zone, on the back line. And then Kev just went and faded. Steph Curry fade, hit him. It was a perfect throw. Even if the DB would have been right there, that probably would have still been a perfect throw. Just to where he placed it. You see what I'm saying? That was a perfect throw. And then that one, the DJ was just... Listen, Nixon had perfect coverage. You can't play it no better than that. But then they're like, be the receiver. Like, he put it where the DB couldn't even touch it. And Nixon was there early. That was a fantastic throw by C. Will. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Iceman, man. Let's get to our number 5 team, though. The Buffalo Bills bum ass. We ain't really got to... Let me stop tweaking, though. You know, my son, Josh Allen, them, you know what I'm saying, winning the Cleveland versus Shador. You know what I'm saying? Did they supposed to knock out Cleveland? I ain't got too much to say about Buffalo. You can keep it short and simple. I ain't got too much to discuss about them. But they number 5 team. Brady's my number 4. My number 4, Denver Broncos. You know what I'm saying? They finally lost a game. I don't think, listen, a lot of people going to make a big thing about the Broncos losing, but just like I said, I didn't make a big thing about the Patriots losing. It's just like, bro, when you go on a 10, 11, 13, fucking 12 game win streak, I know a lot of y'all teams is not doing this shit. So to y'all, it's like we lose every 3 games or some shit like that. Listen, when you go on this big ass win streak, bro, you bound to lose one. You due for one. You just due to have an off night. You due to just, I don't know, come in the game and think like, man, listen, we just gonna beat these niggas. We just gonna walk in here, do what we do, and like kind of relax and not have your cerebral focus that you need. You know what I'm saying? Pinpoint focus that you need at week in and week out in the NFL to do your job. You know what I'm saying? You can get lackadaisical and kind of relax, and then you just don't have it that day, and you get your ass beat. It's simple as that. And that's what happened. They was, especially because they was at home. Like, they don't lose at home. They own a win streak. They just beat Green Bay. Jacksonville coming here like, man, we finna fuck Jacksonville up. We not even finna play with them. They came in there relaxed, and that's why they was missing tackles and shit, taking bad angles. And now they did get exposed a little bit with like the linebackers in coverage. Because Dre, listen, I swear to God, Dre Greenlaw can't guard a parked car with a fucking Uzi. That's gonna be exploited in the playoffs. The team's gonna start trying to exploit Dre Greenlaw, making Dre Greenlaw as cover. But you know what I'm saying? Alex Singleton, that line, I think they the Jacksonville exposed a little bit, but bro, listen, Denver's fine, bro. Denver probably gonna be the 1 seed. I hope not. You know what I'm saying? The Patriots, I hope they lose one more game, but bro, they're fine, bro. They lost one game. You know what I'm saying? You bound to lose one. It's better to lose one. Like I said, as a Patriots fan, I told y'all, I wanted to lose a game. I didn't want to go into the playoffs on a 15-game win streak. Like, no. Because then you bound to have one of those type of games that Denver just had, or that we had, where you get up big, you relax, like, man, listen, we on an 11-game, 10-win win streak, bro. Ain't nobody fuck with us. We up 21. And then relax, take your foot off the gas, and then you get walked down. And now you looking with the IE ass face, looking shitty, looking stinking and shit. Now you pissed. Let's get to my number 3 team, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just bound to happen. You bound to blow a game or lose a game when you do playing like that. Number 3, Los Angeles Rams. Fantastic Thursday night game. They didn't have Devontae, but I don't think they need Devontae. Like, I know people gonna bring up they didn't have Devontae Adams, but like, listen, Devontae Adams wasn't gonna help do shit that wasn't already done. Like, Matt Stafford threw for like 457, 4 tutties. Puka had 200. Like, what was gonna be the difference if you had Devontae? Well, he was gonna take 100 of Puka yards. Puka had like 225 yards. Like, Tate wasn't gonna help. Your defense gave up 38, so like Tate wasn't gonna do nothing at all. But y'all could run. Y'all was able to run the ball. Y'all was able to pass. Y'all did whatever y'all wanted to do, except in a lot of the moments in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? Matthew Stafford didn't come through. Matthew Stafford, but it wasn't his fault they lost. Like, you can't put up. And then the kicker missed the field goal. Like, he hit that, y'all probably win the game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna make it seem like it's Matthew's fault, but Matthew did not come through. You know what I'm saying? In that fourth quarter, in overtime, he got stopped, got a punt. I mean, in overtime, he got the touchdown. So it's like, McVay probably should have went for 2 because I already knew Seattle was going for 2. So like, Because if you get a tie, it helps you. You know what I'm saying? Because you already beat Seattle, so it don't help them if they tie. So it is what it is, though. I feel like Denver's still the best team in the NFC, though. But I mean, if we being honest, how I'm gonna say they better than these boys right here? How am I gonna say they better than Seattle? Just how? It's not even possible I can really say that because the first game they played, they lost 19-21. They lost 19-21, right? They lost 19-21. Sam threw 4 picks when they lost 19-21, and they still had a chance to win the game with a field goal at the end. Even in this game, Seattle turned the ball over 3 times. They had a pick that was then that ran back to the goal line. He threw another pick to Kobe Turner in the red zone, and then they had another fumble from Cooper Kupp. That first of all, they threw a pick in the red zone. They fumbled in the red zone. That's like at least 6 points. That's 2 field goals. That's at least 6 points took off the board right there. So they won the game that they only had 3 turnovers, and they lost the game where they had 4. So it's like, man, listen, if we don't turn the ball over more than 2 times, we gonna beat the Rams. Like, they can't fuck with us. If you a Seahawks fan, that's how you gotta feel. If we don't turn the ball over more than 2 times, we gonna win this game convincingly down there. Especially if we don't turn it over at all. Like, we don't turn the ball over at all, we gonna probably win the game convincingly. But if we at least turn over once, like, we should win because you down there won with 4 turnovers and then you win with 3. So, you get what I'm saying? We're all the way down to the wire. We're down to overtime. So, as a Seattle fan, you got to be feeling good. Also, this is probably, like, a good thing for Sam because I love the way Sam bounced back after he threw the 2 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? He could have easily just folded up and crawled and shit like a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, turtle. And it would have been over. But he didn't do that. You get what I'm saying? Rashid Shaheed changed the whole momentum of the game. I keep telling y'all in football, once momentum swing, it's fucking swung. It's over with. And once that happened, Sam started putting together drives, and they got ugly fast for the Rams, and they ended up stealing that game. You know what I'm saying? A game they probably shouldn't have had, but they ended up stealing that game. Now they number 1 seed in the NFC. They number 1 seed in the NFC. But the number 1 team y'all seen on Sunday Night Football in Baltimore, best team in the NFL, the New England Patriots, man. It ain't really too much to say. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really too much to say, to be honest. You catch my drift. We the best team in the NFL. It's just that simple, bro. Like, we the best team in the NFL. You get what I'm saying? And ain't nothing to really talk about. Drake made the best quarterback. Drake made really the MVP. And I know a lot of people, I'm like, oh, bro, y'all, the schedule shit. Listen, the schedule shit is fucking tired. Like, bro, get some news to say. Please, like, get something to say, bro. Get something to say. Like, your eye test should be able to tell you. If your eye test can't tell you that you watching a fucking great-ass football team, you need new eyes. Or you need to start watching a different sport. Try soccer. Because this is a great team. We got great special teams. Great offense. You know what I'm saying? Elite offense. And then on top of all of that, we got a really good defense. And I know the run game has been asked these past couple of weeks, but that's simply just due to the fact that Milton Williams is out. He comes back off IR this week. Spillane's in the walking boot. You get what I'm saying? Like, we had the best run defense in the league where we had Milton. So, we just got to simply get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Will Kelm come back week 18 on IR. Y'all see we was decimated Sunday night. The guys started jumping like fast left and right. And once we get those killers back, it's going to be over with. You know what I'm saying? And then we going to win these next 2 games versus the Jets, the Dolphins. We most likely going to have the fucking 1 seed. Hopefully we get some help from somebody. Hopefully we get some help from, like, the Chargers or something. Denver lose another time. Hopefully, like, the Chiefs pull off some crazy shit, upset the Broncos on Christmas, and we get lucky and just get the 1 seed. But that's all for this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We got more videos, more content coming on the way, man. You know what I'm saying? Brains out.